The story basically starts with Sean Anderson, the Josh Hutcherson character, and Josh basically from the first movie wants to have his own adventure. The first movie is very much kind of Brendan, his uncle's movie and his kind of adventure, and Josh is much younger in that movie, so he's kind of along for the ride. And this movie, it was more of Josh wants to have his own adventure. Now he's moved to a different town with his mom and his stepfather, and the stepfather is Dwayne Johnson, and he's investigating everything Vern that he can. He's looking for a code, any kind of thing that he can find within the text of the book, and any kind of Vern kind of source, and he finds this radio signal, and he believes it's been sent by his grandfather, and he can't break the code, but him and his dad or stepdad, him and Dwayne kind of work together because Dwayne just wants the kid to like him. He just wants to have a bond with his stepson, and they end up deciphering this code, and it makes Josh believe that Mysterious Island exists, and his grandfather might be there, and he might be in trouble. They basically are on this adventure together now, and the only problem is they discover the island's sinking. So now the whole movie is this ticking clock about how do we get off this island. So you get the enjoyment of the adventure, you get the kind of the group that comes together but doesn't really get along because Michael Caine thinks Dwayne's a big dummy initially. You know, he just kind of judges him right off the bat. Dwayne thinks Michael's a kooky old man. Like, there's a lot of playful tension. And then, of course, when the stakes go up and they realize we've got to get the hell out of here, that's when they actually have to come together. And that's when the adventure really kicks in. Both characters are getting over an issue of abandonment. It comes out that, basically Josh's dad died when he was young. His uncle left him, was off doing his own adventures. And this is kind of the root or the core of why he wants to have his own adventures. He's like, I want to count on myself to have a life. No one else is helping me. And Dwayne, surprisingly reveals he has a similar background. And that common ground is what brings these two people together. And that relationship, though, has a really great and simple emotional seed. It's an emotional seed that has some depth. Dwayne brings a lot to, I think, every role. I mean, I think Dwayne's an incredibly versatile actor. I mean, I always joke, like, he's got like $1 million fists and like $1 billion smile. Like, he's one of these guys where he could carry a movie just on his action chops alone, and yet he really gets comedy. So I was like, okay, I want everything. I want the full Dwayne experience. I want like all the muscles and the ferocity of him as an action star, and then I also want the fun of him as a comedic star. And he just has an unbelievable well of charisma. Josh is totally a movie star. He's totally an actor's actor. Like, sometimes I'd be like, okay, you have to like aim at the camera with your face, because he gets lost in the scenes. Like, he's so dedicated to the scene, and he's so inside the scene, like he forgets where the camera is, which is amazing because you can see, like, he's the guy, he walks on set and I look in his eyes and he looks in my eyes and and I know he's ready. Roll. You know what I mean? There's like that thing there where it's just, he's in the movie. And I really appreciate that, and it's really fun to work with. And he's so young, and I'm so jealous because he's going to have such an amazing career. Michael's like the first guy on set, the quickest guy to be ready. He's so funny. He's just like, I mean, he's a two-time Academy Award winning actor. I mean, it's amazing to watch. I would be directing Michael, and I'd be halfway through a sentence, and he'd go, right. Okay, roll. He just gets it inherently. He's done it so much. He's so good at it that it's, for me, I'm just like, I'm going to get out of Michael's way. I'm going to tweak this and then sit in my chair, like it was pretty painless and really fun to work with him. Vanessa was fun. Vanessa's really energetic. Vanessa is very kind of dedicated to her craft, and it was really fun to talk to Vanessa about, like really strong female characters. Because I wanted Kailani to be like, I always say, Sigourney Weaver in Aliens. Is like the ultimate kind of, like, she's a super awesome kind of action star, hero, female character, and so I'd always talk to her about like I want you to be my little Sigourney Weaver, like please, like be tough.